You know, when people admit when they've made a mistake or when they've failed, it really enables them to grow from that situation, to learn from the mistakes and hopefully not have it happen again. Now, earlier this year in January, I made a video in which I talked about my New Year's resolutions and things that I was hoping to get done. There seemed to be quite a few of them on the list because I really like being gung-ho, getting a lot of stuff done. And a lot of you in the comments were like, bruh, how do you expect to do this? Be 3 people? And what was funny was when I first got these comments, my thought was, I'll take that as a challenge. Easy peasy, I can do this. But the answer is I can't. We're halfway through March at this point, you know, a quarter of the way through the year, and I'm realizing how unrealistic my expectations were of myself. And I think that's something, assumably, everyone can relate to in terms of just, it feels like, I feel like I'm 2 months into summer vacation, you know, when you're let out from school, and it's August now, and you're like, oh God, I was supposed to do all these things. Freaking September's coming up, and you know, that's kind of how it feels. Now, in reality, September is always in the future. I can do what I want for the most part, but I set myself a September. This is a very weird analogy. Basically, I set myself all these crazy expectations because a previous version of myself very much could have met them. Genuinely, Evan Edinger from 2020 in Chiswick, he could have done freaking everything, okay? I don't know who he was. The whole thing in the last, the beginning part of the year in which I made my own website and then started selling prints, did the whole print business while also keeping up YouTube and trying to teach myself like even more about photography and doing the German, the Spanish, and the piano. I don't know who he was. Also, he was working out all the time. Like, that's why when I set these expectations in January, I was like, I can do it because a version of myself could have done it. Am I that person? Not yet. I think this comes with moving. Anyone that's moved understands how long it takes to really adjust and find a rhythm. I have got no rhythm. I'm a rhythmless man. I have no routine anymore. I'm trying to develop it now, but it's just that in the 4 years I'd lived in that little tiny flat, that little tiny room where I had my bed, my desk, all of my kit, like all just kind of crammed in against each other, I optimized. I worked the best I could in that situation, and I made a routine that worked for me. I was doing Spanish, I was doing German, I was doing piano, I was teaching myself all these different things, and I was able to make it work. And I was doing Twitch streams for like an hour or 2 a day. I don't know how the heck I managed. I was like a robot. But it's because I was like optimal, all right? I'd reached this echelon. I was just working and grinding. I can't do that now. You know, there's so many other things that I've got to worry about. Like, I'll be like, okay, today I'm gonna make this video and I'll edit a little bit of my travel vlog and some photos from LA. And then, oh God, my toilet's not working again. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, come back. You know what? My room has nothing on the walls. Why don't I sort that out? Well, because you've got other stuff. There's so many things I have to sort out in between. I just don't think it's really possible at the moment, and that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. I need to give myself some slack, and I really appreciate the large amount of you that left me comments saying that I need to be a bit more kind and realistic to myself, especially as I've just moved into a new place, and there's just so many things that have to be done first. And that's okay. It was one of those things where at first I really didn't expect that. I thought I should be fine, but I really need to be more realistic with things. Something that I need to be realistic with, first of all, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've changed the setup just a couple times in the last week or so. It is not sustainable, I don't think, to film in this room every time I need to film. This is my living room. Welcome. You're on my couch. I'm a bit closer at 24 mil now, but geez, it used to take me like an hour and a half to set up my room in Chiswick just to film a video, and it built out like that. Like, I'd want to have nice lights, and then, oh, I like this in the background. And this one, because it is my most beautiful shot that I can have in my flat. It's the longest depth of field. There's such stuff I can have in the background, nice little lights and tinkering, and I can have like nice little shadows playing and such. That takes so much time to make sure it's like the perfect way, and this is why being a perfectionist kind of hurts in that way, especially because by the time I'm fully set up, the 2-3 hours it takes for me to set up to film something, well, what if I finish filming and I need to film something else, but I'm not really feeling it right now, and well, I just have to leave all this stuff up, and then my living room is no longer a place of calm. I'm now living in a studio, which was my main issue with the last place. So I've fallen into the same trap. Essentially, I'm realizing now how important it is for me to really build out that studio that I have so that I can make it an acceptable level and treat that as my place in Chiswick, where I started small and built it out. Just so I can, have a living space that is separate from my work. It's just, it's not good. At least it's not in my bedroom. That's positivity. But I've just moved it to the living room. I can't do any living. I was trying to look at the TV to relax the other day, and I was like, well, I can't unless I put everything away. But then if I put everything away, then I have to put it right back, and it's that really long time span. So just a bit overwhelmed, I guess, because of that. But it's fine. I'm very thankful to be here. It's just one of those things that comes with moving. You need to get adjusted, find a new routine. There's certain things that I'm ready to do. I've got my priorities already, so 100% going to the gym. That is something I tried to get back into last week, then got food poisoning. Oops. But luckily I've recovered. Back into the gym today, and that's number one. I need to sort out. I'm doing Spanish still. My German's fallen on the wayside, but that's okay. I'm gonna pick things up one at a time, try and do a chill game of Jenga, and at least be able to make these little videos that I really like making, and then hopefully do some bigger projects on this channel in the future. But I just want to say I appreciate being patient with me. If a video I come out with, you're like, this is not the best video he's ever made. I know, probably. I'm just trying to do my best, really. So thanks for supporting me for all this time. Despite looking like this, I know my hair is absolute mess recently, absolute mess. I've been working on hopefully growing it out so I can do some type of bun thing in the future, but it's just not long enough yet, so it's kind of just doing its own thing. Also, I've noticed a lot of you say that I clap my hands a lot, and I have no idea what you're talking about. What? I didn't even notice. I know I snap and clap sometimes, but sometimes too many for some people. I'm just a very expressive man with my hands. Should I vlog like this from now on? Like I'm in a straight jacket? Possibly. Anyway, thanks for catching up with me on this Chill Sunday vid. I didn't spill my tea. Hopefully you didn't either. And I'll see you back here next week with some cool stuff. I got some British versus American stuff coming up. Stuff like these videos, I suppose. More cool stuff. Anyway, I'm going to the gym. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Be kind to yourself. Hey Siri, all on.
One sec. Setting the scene.
Well, hello there. So I'm actually dressed like this because I'm about to go to the gym. I'm keeping up on one of the things that I wanted to do today / this year.